evening, Super Metroid Randomizer fans. That's right. We've got week 6 action for the multi-category tournament 2022 coming your way here on twitch.tv/speedgaming. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be commentating tonight's race between sloaters27 and SentientFlatbread. Joining me is the one, the only, Eden8. How's it going, Eden?
Hi, Hockey. How can I be the one and only Eden 8 if there's 7 other Edens before me?
Right, but you're the only Eden8, and that's great.
Actually, little known fun fact, Hockey. There's someone on YouTube called Eden 8, and it's not me.
That's unpossible. But what is possible is for our runners tonight, sloaters27 and Sentient Flatbread, to
Sentient.
be, yes, Sentient Flatbread, to be completing a very dastardly devious set of rules and modes here for week 6. Eden, tell us about these. Tell us about these categories.
Absolutely, Hockey. For the week 6, which is the current week that we're doing, it's the Chozo, Light Area, and Boss Randomizer. So basically, there's a bunch of statues in the game. They're called Chozo statues, and all the items on those statues are in one big item pool and shuffled together. And it also includes the boss rewards locations, such as the right super in red ship. And yeah, so we've got like 3 tanks, 1 reserve, a couple of bits of ammo, and then all the major items thrown in there as well. And light area is a very interesting one because basically all the areas in the game that connect in the vanilla way are all jumbled around and messed up. So in criteria, for example, we should expect to see a green Brinstar, we should expect to see a Taurian, bunch of other stuff in there, but we won't be seeing a Norfair transition like you would see in a full area rando.
Well explained, Eden. Appreciate the analysis. Looked like Sloaters had a bit of difficulty going for that E-Tank in the ceiling off of that Rio, opting instead to go with that Gamer. But 2 packs of supers found here in Retro Bryn. Of course, the morphing ball picked up. So our runners have no choice but to go back up the elevator. Now, what I find so interesting about Chozo Rando, especially, like, yes, the major items are distributed amongst the Chozo statues, so we might not see as many checks or the same types of checks that we would see in major minor.
Yeah, so we'll probably be seeing a 230 missile check after, well, if we even find bombs at bomb trees or power bombs, because usually that's kind of considered a slow check in major minor. A lot of runners elect to skip it. But yeah, usually you don't want to be missing that 230 missile location. Also, early gauntlet plays can be quite popular. If we find power bombs here, we're about to find out. Okay, it's a screw attack. Um,
Interesting.
Screw attack is an interesting one because it can be quite a risky play to do only screw gauntlet because of course once you get the Chozo item, um, you have to use bombs to progress further. And it looks like both runners are possibly going to do that early gauntlet check.
I think you're right here, Eden. It looks like Flatbread's already straight up there. It looks like so both of them not electing to take a save. That's pretty curious from where I'm sitting. Chad also asking Eden the record for this matchup. Is there playoff implications for this matchup?
I don't. I don't know why you're asking me, Hockey, because I have no idea.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
gonna go with
I'm so sorry to
I'm
put you
gonna
on the
go with
spot.
no. Sentient,
Oh
struggling a
God.
tiny bit there.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry. Yeah, they are 4-1 matchup. Both runners are 4-1. So the winner will be improving their record to 5-1, all but guaranteeing that they're going to make the playoffs. And how about that
Alright.
bomb pick up there at the gauntlet there? That's perfectly timed.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Sentient's health here. Like 17 isn't a lot. But it's also why I love going into Gauntlet with that one E tank. Like I always mess up right at the end on those spikes that we just saw. I don't know why. But oh, we got some nice refills at the back of Gauntlet anyway. So
Yep.
looking
They're
like a healthy seed.
picking up both tanks, so the reserve and the energy tank there. So 2 and a reserve for both runners early here, less than 10 minutes into this seed. And, oh no. Well, Terminator isn't really vital in Chozo, so I can understand both runners skipping it, so I stand corrected.
Yeah, it's always funny to see runners skip Terminator because at the end they'll usually forget that they skipped Terminator at the start, so they often end up running into it. But it would have been really interesting to see one of them checking it, and it would have been like their first powerbomb pack.
That's an excellent point, Eden. It very well could have been the very first powerbomb pack, but no blue gate there here in Green Hill Zone because this is area, or in this case, light area randomizer. That hard gating is not necessary. How about a first missile pack here in the in Green Hill? But
Um, yeah, obviously, it's not the intended missile pack because we have the two missiles on the Chozos, but I don't think those are that important. I think I like to keep track of them, just because later on in the siege you can be like, oh, so that's where the second missile pack was. I think I saw a seed. It might have been a polar bear bunny actually, and she found her second intended missile pack at Shaktul.
oh wow,
So yeah. But we've got a
that's
grapple
rough.
here at the charge beam location. That
I'm glad, Eden.
combination of items.
I'm really glad, Eden, that they found Green Brinstar early in the seed because it kind of serves as like almost like a central hub in any type of area randomizer. And plus, there's so many checks. I believe even in Chozo, there's at least 3 major checks.
Yeah. And oh look, we've got an intended super missile as well. This is a Spospo vanilla super actually. This is where you would get the intended supers in the vanilla game, but still no power bombs.
Sure do love the vanilla game. So I wonder if power bombs are just going to be at their vanilla location here in Big Pink. And grapple beam is a pretty nice pickup. No, it's just a missile. Grapple beam is a nice pickup in case we're looking at some suitless shenanigans. But yeah, really need some power bombs. That would give you bottom of Brinstar, although that's not really that vital in Chozo.
Yeah, we did see an elevator location. I think it was the top of Red Tower elevator. So
I
if
think
it is
so.
a vanilla intended power bomb, that would be quite interesting. Because neither of them bothered to go down the elevator. But I think it's kind of a risky play to do, because obviously if there's no power bombs down there, you're effectively soft locked. You have to check the, either the right transition or the up transition to get anywhere.
No doubt.
Um,
How about that backup from Flatbread, that short hop mock ball to get that to get under those gates. Now this is really tough what Sloaters is trying to do here.
that's so close. Why is he doing it? He's got bombs.
Well, that's true. He does have binds. He just realized that he does. So that's every item here Eden, every item here at the back of early soups has been vanilla. This has been Brinstar has been a total bust here.
It's times like these, Hockey, where you have to ask, is this even randomized?
I mean, so far, not really, not super randomized. No soups, no
Oh,
power bombs. Oh my gosh, that is a clean vanilla early soups. That is, I've never seen that before, except in the
you,
vanilla game, of course.
you know, Hockey, if we didn't find that screw attack at Bomb Teresa, I think I would be demanding a reroll if I were the runners right now.
Oh yeah, I joined the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament 2022, and all I got was this lousy grapple beam. You know, that's what the T-shirt says at least.
Hey, listen, grapple beam can be useful, but keywords meaning can.
Well,
Um,
you know what else rhymes with grapple beam? Eden crapple beam, because right now it's not doing our runners any good.
Hockey, this is a family-friendly channel.
Indeed it is,
Anyway,
but how about this? Vanilla PBs and alpha PBs and Sloaters checking behind him and grabbing another energy tank.
yeah, it's like the prophecy foretold, Hockey. We do have the intended vanilla power bombs. Again, I'm not really sure this seed was randomized. I think we should re-roll. But I think this would have been interesting. Like, imagine if the runners decided to just go straight down and find the vanilla power bombs. Like, there could have been a sort of plausible explanation to just skip the entirety of Green Brain. I mean, of course, you wouldn't know that there was no items there, but it definitely would have been a big time save in the seed.
Oh, look at this, Eden. Astute analysis is always, but look at this from Flatbread. Going with the early X-rays or early X-ray check with that grapple beam. So I guess it does have some utility. Sloater's shortly behind, and this is a Chozo item here at X-ray, so this could be crucial.
Absolutely, Hockey. Uh, oh, it's a
Ooh,
charge beam, nice and early. That's what you want to see in a Chozo randomizer. You never want to be seeing a charge beam at Sheptool, but
how about a
it just
Varus
makes
suit?
well, it just makes it a lot more viable, you know? Like, you know that charge beam is in one of those locations. But I agree. Let's hope we do see a Varia at Sheptool this seed hockey. You
Oh
know,
my
for
goodness.
sloaters27.
It's been done before. It can be done again, especially if the seed keeps being as healthy as it has been. But yeah, Chad pointing out that there still could be something juicy at 230, or it could still be an absolute bust. We just don't know yet. But we know it's not power bombs, and we know it's not grapple or charge beam or screw attack or bombs. Try saying
If
that 10
I
times fast.
if I were the runners, I'd be feeling pretty anxious because we've seen both intended supers. Oh, that's a Varia suit. Not at Sheptool. Unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, there it is. So at Spazer, you see both runners just flying above the corn attic there, heading into Spazer to grab that Varia suit, but Flatbread already escaping out through the Meridia tube here.
Anyway, what I wanted to say was I would be worried that there is actually a good item at 230 because we've seen both Chozo supers, we've seen the Chozo power bomb, we've seen a Chozo E-tank, and we've seen a Chozo reserve. So, you know, like the good things that could be there are like sort of increasing in probability a tiny bit.
Right you are, Eden, right you are. And it looks like Flatbread's the first one to find a Norfair portal. But I think Sloaters is hot on his heels here.
Yep. Do you think if a sentient flatbread got sent into a Norfair, it still would start screaming because it'd be like entering an oven?
Yeah, maybe. That actually reminds me
Okay.
of a great joke, Eden. I don't know if we have
No, no,
time
no.
for it, but
I want to ask why do they call it an oven hockey?
oh
You're not
my
taking this away
god.
from me.
Ask away, Nate.
So why do they call it an oven? When you oven the cold food and oven the hot food. And
What is with these
oh,
suits being next to each other? I don't
well,
understand.
this is GG. I don't like. There's no way Slotus misses that, and he's trying to get more information from these transitions. And I completely missed what the transition was. Maybe it was a vanilla lava dive?
Yeah,
Question mark.
I'm not 100% sure. I was too busy looking at Flatbread's screen there. But D Web, our illustrious tracker, filling in the gaps in our knowledge. Yes, it was the vanilla transition.
Yep, there you go. Oh, okay. This is a semi-hard jump that Slotus is doing here without the high jump boots. Opts for the safe door jump instead, which is a very respectable choice.
I think so too. But we are going to get an ice check here from Flatbread. And that is, like we said, it is a Chozo statue. And it is an
That
E-Tank, so that's now how many E-Tanks now?
two, maybe three. I think it's two. First Chozo E. Okay, well, I am. Don't talk to me then, because I swear we had a first Chozo E tank.
I thought so too, but I trust D-Web on this one. More than I
Yeah,
trust
D.
myself. And it looks like
Oh,
Flatbread is kind of winning the winning the ammo battle, I guess you could say. Like if
yeah,
if if he has to find, I know they have charge beam, and I know that floaters just got plasma, but hear me out, Eden. If
okay.
Flatbread were to find a Dragon or a Ridley at a boss location, like right now, if it's out of those, he's got a better chance than Slow. Well, Sloaters does have plasma now, but pre-plasma, he had a better chance.
Yeah, I mean, what would really seal the deal for Sloaters is maybe like a ice or a wave beam. Probably ice, because that's slightly better to have. But if he finds an X-ray beam, now that'd be really nice because he
Ooh,
could
yeah.
use it on Fantoon, get the one round, and also use it on Dragon.
Wait a minute. You
Um,
said on Fantoon the 1 round?
yeah, the one round. Also, what is with this seed? That I've never seen a more vanilla seed in my life. Like wave beam at wave,
Yeah.
a vanilla lava dive transition?
We had
What's
an
going
entire
on?
we had an entire like there how many items are there at at Brinstar Reserve? There's 3 missile packs, a super pack, and a reserve tank. So what is that, 5 items, and they were all vanilla. And a vanilla, like you said, a
Yeah,
vanilla wave beam. It's crazy.
absolutely, Hockey. If I wasn't experiencing this by myself, I wouldn't believe you.
I
Um,
don't believe me at all, but Sloaters does find Crade. Flatbread is down into Lower Norfair. I gotta tip the cap to Flatbread here. He does have that gravity suit as well. Hopefully Sloaters does find that when he leaves Upper Norfair.
yeah, I mean, the chances that he misses it are pretty low. And also, some kind of unexpected result of Sloter's finding that vanilla wave beam is he can do the frog speedway backwards.
Well, that's true. He can because he does have Plasma Wave. And we've got Dragon at Kraid. So that does mean that when Sloaters is finally ready to do Meridia, he'll be able to go around Botoon. He won't need to fight Botoon.
Yeah, it is slightly unfortunate that he doesn't have X-ray and he doesn't have gravity, because this fight's gonna be quite a bit slower without the gravity suit that, you know, Sentient has.
That's true, but I think Sloaters might have a faster Lower Norfair with less farming with this beam combination. So I think it might still be in Flatbread's favor, but it might also equal out. Chad asking,
Oh,
can he exit? Of course he can, Chad. He's got the grapple beam. Check out this grapple jump.
yeah, chat does beg the question of why Sloaters isn't doing the grapple kill on Dragon, mate. Oh my Hockey,
Oh my goodness gracious.
I am sick of this seed. But you know what's in logic with grapple, gravity and space jump hockey?
Shaq Tool, of course.
Yeah, Shuttle's in logic.
But
Yay.
what would Shaq Tool possibly have at this point?
I think Shuttle has Springboard. There's no other
at,
explanation.
at this rate, you're probably right, Eden. How about a Fantoon fight here in Lower Norfair? That means that ship will be powered up when Flatbread visits us, but really not a lot that he needs to pick up or explore.
Yeah, I think maybe checking right side super could be beneficial, but I don't know, because the routing for this is kind of strange because um you would want speed before Meridia,
Yes.
but it's not really looking likely that speed is going to be before Meridia, and there's no Chozo items before like Botlu. So I guess the best outcome for him would be to find Dragon and to backdoor, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right, Eden. So, looks like Sloaters' stream is frozen, but we'll see if we can't get caught up, and we'll focus on SentientFlatbread's exit of Lower Norfair now.
Yep, absolutely. I have to say, Hockey, we'll probably see some really nice movement from SentientFlatbread here, because it's quite difficult to leave Lower Norfair without like any movement items. Like I hate doing this spike room that he's doing, without like space jump, and he like he makes it look incredibly easy.
Making it look easy. How about a gravity suit pickup for Sloaters? We do have Sloaters back. He did execute that skip through Frogway as you anticipated, Eden, using that plasma and wave beam. It only works from right to left, but that's the direction that he needed to go to head to Business Center. So, you know, Lower Norfair is a long section of the game, and SentientFlatbread is finishing up with it. So these next couple boss fights, I think, for Flatbread are going to go a little bit faster. Sloaters has definitely got some work ahead of him.
Yeah, I think Slotus has a slight movement advantage in Lower Norfair with that screw and space jump. Like, it's not so bad when you backdoor Lower Norfair, but like I said, just simple things such as like coming out of those rooms, it's slightly easier with like a movement item than it is like without any. So I think Slotus will have no issue. And of course he has the wave and plasma beam, so he can just sort of, you know, like go in, go out, and it should be relatively easy.
Yeah, we did have a really nice high five there at Three Musketeers, but Flatbread's gonna check out this. Now that he's got gravity suit, I believe this crate entrance goes to Meridia. Nope, it goes to Croc. How interesting.
Yeah, oh, I know the runners won't do Crocomire because they can beat the seed, but this would be a really nice seed to do Croc in because Charge and Plasma and Croc is like so good. Like I just can't seem to pass up the opportunity to just absolutely destroy him.
Certainly not intended, but certainly great to execute. Just using the armor-piercing property of the plasma beam to just one-shot poor Crocomire.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Sloter's having a pretty quick Lower Norfair here, but SentientFlatbread through Rising Tide on the way to Bubble Mountain. I wonder if any of these checks are in play for Flatbread.
I think it's reasonable for him to check. speed or wave at this point, as he like checks the other transition. But who knows? Maybe he'll think, you know what? I'm in go mode. Like I don't need more stuff.
I would like to
Um,
see one more power bomb pack if ice isn't found for flatbread.
yeah,
Say
absolutely.
Sloaters is gonna need at least one more, but preferably two. You can always grab
Yeah.
the before the Hotarubi. I guess the Hotarubi PBs before the jail item.
Yeah, I think Powerbomb pack for either like crystal flash clipping or for either Tauren is pretty big right now.
Yeah. Although I don't know if we're gonna see a crystal flash clip because I think Dragon's gonna be next for flatbread.
Yeah,
Don't quote me on it.
I think it depends on like the areas that we have, because we've seen the crab meridian entrance, and we've not really seen much else from like East Meridia, I believe.
That's true. So we are seeing a wave check and a speed check here from flatbread. Maybe he's looking for ice. There may be just more movement items just to make things a bit comfier. But that was a terrific fan-tuned fight from Sloaters. Landed a lot of really good Dopplers there.
Someone in chat actually saying what I nearly said. I nearly said, "Oh, I can't believe Slotus isn't even microwaving Fentoon," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, he doesn't have X-ray."
He doesn't have the
So,
X-ray scope. Oh my goodness.
so
Who
don't
even
worry,
knows where it is?
don't don't worry, fellow chatter. I thought exactly the same thing.
Yeah, so
Um,
that was a pretty quick whole sequence here for Sloaters. So and he does have, I think Sloaters does have more transitions, more portals checked than Flatbread. But Flatbread about to go into Dragon here, having found Kraid's warehouse.
yeah, I do want to quickly point out that because we saw Flatbread having to go back through like cathedral and stuff, because obviously to get that gravity suit earlier he went like left out of Croc and then he had to go back through to like Bubble Mountain. I think Slotus routed it slightly better, because obviously he doesn't have to double back. uh well, he didn't have to go back into Bubble Mountain essentially. And
This
obviously having that space jump now allows him to do this reverse acid dive. It does make me wonder if this is faster.
and he's not even checking. He's not even checking the GT item, the screw attack item. Very interesting here from Sloaters.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to come out where the elevator is, and instead he wants to come out Bubble Mountain side. I mean, that's the only reason why I think he'd do it. I think it might probably be faster now that I'm thinking more about it.
Maybe. That was a terrific quick kill from Flatbread there on Dragon. Very nice job using that grapple beam and hey, picking up that vanilla space jump with gravity suit. Very quick exit out of Dragon's lair.
Absolutely. Yeah, him finding that space jump, which would have been, which would have made blowing off a lot more easier. But you know that's how it goes sometimes.
No, for sure. So Sloter's back to I guess back to just outside the Meridia tube here. But Flatbread's still leaving Kraid's warehouse after that dragon fight. We're gonna see some Meridia action now, Eden. We are chock-a-block full of movement items, gonna make this Meridia much more palatable.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier how I would like to probably see a speed booster here, but then I remembered I don't like these runners don't have high jump. And I dislike
Yeah.
speed without high jump.
Speed without high jump is the bane of many a seasoned as well as novice Super Metroid Randomizer runner. It just really screws everything up as far as your jump height.
Hold on. What is Sloaters doing? He went like right through the crab-like hallway as if he was going to do the back door, but now he's changed his mind. But like this entire Meridia is filled with vanilla transitions. So I'm just slightly confused. Huh? Do you understand what his big brain routing here is meant to be, Hockey?
Oh, for sloaters? Yeah, this is brilliant. Watch this. Just watch.
Uh, uh,
Flatbread's got to go into Aqueduct and through Botoon, but Sloaters can take the toilet and then wind up right outside of Coliseum. Kind of.
I'm just so confused. Why didn't he like continue the crab way and I don't understand shit, I'm sorry. That way is bottinary. Oh, okay. Alright. I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, because yeah, alright. I understand now.
All right,
Thank
if
you,
I hear
chat.
one more person in chat say Flatbread's going the same way, I'm just gonna log out. I'm just gonna drop my mic and we're just gonna be done. Eden. No more comms for this race. No, of course not. Of course I'm not gonna do that. But yes, I understand that Flatbread has to go the same way. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, I think Flatbread is going the same way, Hockey. Just to confirm that.
Thank you, Eden. I appreciate that. Since it can keep commentating, so this is great.
You're welcome, Hockey. I'm glad that we're spending this valuable time together when I could have been playing Persona 4 instead.
Oh my goodness, Persona 4 reference. But however, I don't think Sentient Flatbread is going the same way because he's in Cacatac Alley and somehow I didn't ever saw Sloaters in Cacatac Alley. So sorry, chat, you're wrong. They did not go the same way.
Sloaters was going so fast that you just didn't see it happen.
They're going the same way now. They're going to have to fight the same boss, which is Ridley. I wonder if we do see them check what's behind Ridley.
I think it could potentially be worth at this point. Nice. I mean, ice or speed is still pretty valuable here. Probably ice more so than speed at this point. So I would personally check it.
If you check it, then I would check it, Eden. Talk about a couple of really fast Ridley fights. Oh my god, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. Yes! The run has been validated and blessed by the spring ball. Don't tell MM2.
Oh man, I just love how he was like, oh man, do I really want this? And then he was like, you know what, I have to pick it up. Like, it was the split-second decision that made him pick it up.
Now, do they choose to get the same pickup? They've been going the same way. Yes! Flatbread picking up spring ball, also validating his run. Dang. Fantastic.
You love to see it. Alright, but I think these runners should check tool hockey. I'm sorry. I think that
I'm not down. I'm all for plasma. Plasma's on the way out, Eden.
I think ice could be at Tool hockey.
It very well
could be
could
worth
be.
it.
It very well could be, but we still have we got a crate at Wrecked Ship. So just to take inventory here, all the bosses were randomized, but everything else, 50% of the seed was practically vanilla.
Yeah, I think the seed made up for like the vanilla transitions and the vanilla items by just deciding to randomize all 4 bosses, which weirdly you don't see that often. Like, it's kind of rare that they all decide to rotate positions.
No, no question. No question, Eden. So no plasma check from Sloaters. I really thought he was going to, but he is going to scope out this. He's going to scope out this elevator. I think he's deduced that it has to lead to. Where can it lead, Eden? I'm trying to think. It doesn't lead back to Criteria. Does it lead back to Criteria? Oh, it's
well,
Wreck
it has
Ship.
to go towards Wreck
That's the right
Ship.
area. It has to. But of course, thank you, D-Web, our illustrious tracker. Shoutouts to all the trackers here in this tournament. Without trackers, man, there's no restream. So we appreciate the work that you all do.
Yeah, we didn't see what the mode transition was earlier, but I believe we saw all the Meridia transitions already. So yeah, this is connecting to Forgotten Highway, so we can go to the back of Wreck Ship and then leave through the front again, and it makes a nice loop. So
A brilliant loop.
yeah, not really a lot of backtracking in the seed. I feel like it's been quite linear and vanilla.
It absolutely has been linear, vanilla, and yeah, Flatbread going the same route, the same direction as Sloaters here into Wreck Ship.
Oh, is he? The going the same way hockey?
They are going the same way, and if Flatbread decides to skip that Wreck Ship E-Tank, he could very well take the lead here.
Right,
Oh my goodness, Eden, we are practically synced up here at Wreck Ship.
This is it, hockey. It all comes down to these rooms in Wreck Ship.
Well, here's the thing though, Eden. If Ice is not behind Kraid, Sloaters has to get a PB pack, and SentientFlatbread does not.
Yeah, I'm still slightly worried. I think actually I think they have enough ammo for Zeb skip probably. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I know it takes me quite a few missiles, but that's because I'm bad and I miss them.
I mean, it's just an incredible gamble here.
Yeah, this could be the luckiest item for Sloaters right now.
Or it could just seal the deal for Flatbread.
It's definitely close.
Oh my gosh, the booster. Not what he wanted. Has to find a powerbomb pack now. I mean, if left side soups or the what's the room that people usually access when the lights are off?
Spooky missile.
Spooky missile, thank you. So I was like, is it Scooby-Doo missile? No, it's spooky missile.
Scooby-Doo.
I really wanted it to be Scooby-Doo missile, but
No.
unless that's power bombs, I think this is GG's.
No. I mean, there's still a slight chance that there's ice beam here.
I mean, Flatbread's going for it. Full throttle.
No, it's
oh no, an X-ray scope.
Yeah, this is kind of bad for Sloaters.
Great for Flatbread. Great spark across the West Ocean. Just increasing the lead here as Sloaters is desperate to find ice or PBs.
Yeah, well, I highly doubt that we'll see another ice check. Or, sorry, another major check. My bad. Probably we could see 230 missiles, and if that's ice, then there's one less chance. He could also check Old Mother Brain. But there's not that many fast checks left, Hoppy.
No, there's not. And I know that, Flatbread's not going to have the fastest Torian without that ice beam, but it just depends on how long it's going to take Sloaters to get. Love this right side spark here from Flatbread, clearing away those blocks that are part of the escape. I love that strategy.
Yeah, and Sloaters can't do it because he's only on 48 health.
Oh my goodness. So
Unless he has
gotta
enough
get a
health
PB
in his
pack here
reserve.
to even have a chance.
No.
No, just more supers.
Everywhere we go, Hockey, there's nothing. Oh my god, could you imagine if Sloaters just pulled out like a climb supers check? That'd be so funny.
Oh my god. On this HP though, that'd be said without ice, that would be so hard to do.
Alright, this is the last ditch attempt, Hockey.
This is
If
it.
this is
Yeah.
not Ice Beam.
Oh my
Oh,
god, you've gotta be kidding me. Well,
oh
that makes things a
no.
little bit more interesting, but I still have to tip my cap to Flatbread, firmly in the lead here.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Sloaters can have a slightly faster mother brain.
That's true. He
Neither
does have
runner,
full beam combination. I forgot about that.
yeah, neither runner can do stand-up glitch, and he's gonna have a much easier time with these Metroid rooms, Hockey.
That's true. That's true. You see Flatbird already heading back to the elevator to get that refill. And in light air and full area rando, the elevator is the refill. You do not have to find the ship to get the refill.
Yeah, this could be the difference between winning and losing, essentially.
I think Sloter's got yeah, he did get his portals mixed up, so he is heading to the moat portal. I believe that is Torian.
No. He
No?
had no power bombs left.
Oh, he had no
I think
power bomb, so he couldn't
he
even get it open. Oh my goodness gracious.
yeah, he had to farm the crab. I didn't
This,
even notice that.
I cannot believe this right now.
Yeah. This is an insanely close race for 41 minutes in. I can't believe we're witnessing this right now.
I can't either. And knowing
think
Sloter's with full beam and the way he does Metroid rooms is a sight to behold, but SentientFlatbread is still going to be 2 Metroid rooms ahead. What about
yeah.
Baby Skip? What about everything else that could go wrong? Zeb Skip. I mean, there's just a lot of unknowns. Oh my, that
Oh,
Metroid room 2 from
Sloaters.
Sloaters.
It's
You've got to
so
be kidding. That is
dirty.
so nasty. Look
Oh,
at the room
spring
3.
ball.
Come on, that's not even fair.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say how they don't have high jump for baby skips, so it's gonna be slightly more difficult.
Who
I think,
needs it at this point?
but I think Sledge is just gonna go all in with the springboard baby skip.
Yeah, if can you imagine? Is it even possible? Is it even
Oh,
possible
Sledge
without
is
high jump?
clean. No. Okay, he's damaging down. I would have loved to see it, like him pull off a high jump bootless springboard baby skip. Oh, you need
Oh,
it.
that was just.
Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry to
Oh.
interrupt you, Eden, but Sloaters just did Flatbread so dirty and Tory in here. I mean, getting the bailout of all bailouts at 230 missiles, having that ice beam could have been at Plasma, could have been at Shack Tool, or it could have been at 230. And the one place it needed to be was where it was for Sloaters, and then just coming into Torian and just blazing.
Oh,
Oh my
hockey.
gosh.
Uh, I think I'm going to need to lie down after this, Hockey. But as chat somewhat points out, these runners are more tied than it seems
Oh
because
yeah.
Flatbread's timer is slightly slower.
Yeah, I don't know how we got so desynced, but
I think
it
it's
must have been
because
because
Sloater's
Sloaters.
disconnected. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man. Oh no, okay, this is losing time because he didn't get speed and he's doing the good old down back. Flatbread's doing the Zeb skip.
Love
Gotta
to
hand
see
it
it.
to him. Okay, I think this is further apart than we think because Flatbread is doing the Zeb skip.
It's possible, but Sloaters is already on Mother Brain 2. Flatbread about to start Mother Brain 2. I think it's what 25 shots for Flatbread.
Thereabouts hockey.
Where are my math majors? Where are my math concentrations? But Sloaters has already threw Mother Brain 2 into the rainbow beam. Ah, D-Web
D-Web
coming
said
through.
24.
I was
Yeah.
off by one whole shot, but you know, Sloaters and Flatbread did take the same route to get to Mother Brain 2. So
Alright.
I think it's important that they went the same way, even though they went about it a little differently.
We do have the feeds synced up now, so this is the real time.
Yeah, shout outs to SpeedGaming and Diesel Pilot. Just these races are always so great when they're restreamed, full crews with commentators and trackers and everything. But it's the people behind the scenes who really make them possible. So huge shout outs to all the SG volunteers and staff.
Absolutely, Hockey. I personally love every single person who signs up to track a race.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I did say it earlier, but like even if all of us sign up for commentary, like unless we have that tracker, we're not getting a restream channel. So it's just awesome stuff. It's awesome stuff.
But what a race this has been.
This has been spellbinding. I can't believe this. It
The
started
ice
off so
230.
awkwardly, like it was so linear, and I'm just like, when is Sloaters gonna get a PB? When is Sloaters gonna get a PB?
I do wonder, like, how many PB packs were in the seed, because very rarely we do get, like, 2 PB packs in a seed.
Yeah, that's wild. But Sloaters on Mother Brain 3, 36 shots here with that Hyper Beam. SentientFlatbread right behind, just finishing up that baby cutscene. My goodness, is this close, Eden?
Absolutely. The high jump bootless escape could kind of be a factor, but because like the speed booster, like just without the high jump boots, I hate it. I hate it so much.
But what about
But
the space jump, Eden?
high jump bootless escape, even with space jump, I dislike it. Okay, I don't like it.
That's
But
fair.
these runners are more than competent. You know, they've had more than their fair share of practice without those high jump boots.
Yeah, chat pointing out that screw attack and space jump should make this escape no problem, but Sloaters to execute that Zeb skip did have to take that screw attack off.
Yeah, he could have just done Springball Zeb skip, but I guess he just doesn't like Springball that much. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, he liked it enough to pick it up behind Ridley, but both runners did. I really gotta hand it to Flatbread too. I mean, Sloaters is a mighty opponent. They're both 4-1 runners. I mean, Flatbread is really impressed in this tournament, but definitely came in with a game plan and executed that game plan given what the seed was giving him. But what an incredibly close race.
Alright, GG's Sloaters. I don't have the race time room open. Do you, Hockey?
I do indeed. So Sloaters27 finishing with an official race time of 47 minutes and 48 seconds. GG's.
They were the sub 48 minutes, what a time, and Flatbread not so long after him either.
No, Flatbread finishing in second place with an official race time of 48 minutes and 8 seconds. GG's to Sentient Flatbread.
Phew, alright.
What an incredible race from these runners. Just two heavyweight boxers just standing toe to toe and throwing haymakers for 50 minutes practically.
uh,
And the
I like
best
how
part about it, Eden, was to get to Dragon, they took the same path. They went the same way.
no way, Hockey, I can't believe it.
Yes way. I have on good authority that they did that. And we are now welcoming in today's winner, Sloaters27, improving to 5-1 in these Swiss rounds. GG's.
Thank you.
So, Sloaters, how do you feel about the spring ball behind Ridley?
I would have preferred it earlier for sure, but it's better late than never, I suppose.
Would you have preferred to see an ice beam?
No, because I still could have finished, but yeah, it would have been more timely probably.
Yeah, we were sweating over here in the commentary booth. Me and Hockey were like, "Is he gonna find a PV? Is he gonna find ice beam?" And then right at the last second, at the very last check, it was an ice beam.
Yep, it sure was. And Sloaters, if you watch this one back, I know that we're friends, but boy, you did set your flatbread dirty in Torian. You did him dirty. Those three rooms were just stupid good. Like I was like, come on, give him a chance. I mean, Sentient Flatbread did everything he could to keep it competitive. Took the lead for a long time. Took a huge lead into Torian, but without that ice beam, unbelievable. And
Yeah, I
sorry,
started
go.
watching. I started watching after I finished, and I saw like we were both like coming up on Torian, and I was like, "Oh man, he looks like super ahead right now." And then
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, he's gonna hit the PB these." And I remembered my Torian rooms too. I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna be like flexing in these rooms." I did like all the hundo strats.
Oh my God! At least you have the awareness, Floaters. Now we are not joined on voice by Sentient Flatbread, but Flatbread is in chat. So if we have any questions for him, we can direct them to him. But I would like to get some of his thoughts on the race because he played an incredible seed. Both of you routed it. There was a little bit of divergence at the beginning, but you did kind of branch out a little bit. Flatbread found gravity before you did, but I think you made a lot of those Norfair checks before he did.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous by the layout. It was very linear, which most of the time I feel like okay with, but I my movement just felt like so bad that whole time. I was just missing a lot of ledge grabs, a lot of stuff just was not clicking. So I'm thinking, man, if he's like having a really good run right now, like this does not look good for me. And also I had like a few like flubs from like either reading my tracker wrong or like just like not thinking clearly about some of the transitions. Like I went in the wrong door to like when I was looking for East Meridia because I wasn't paying attention to my tracker enough. So I was getting like kind of frazzled at the end because I felt like he was maybe ahead of me just based on that stuff.
Yeah,
No, for sure, for sure.
it is interesting that you mentioned like the transitions because I was first confused because I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna go through like the crab room and keep going right to access the like tube to plasma, and then chat told me was like, no, that's not possible because it's area under. And I was like, okay, Slota's made a mistake there, and then we thought you mixed up the Taurian portal, like because you went down to where top of Red Tower elevator would normally be instead of the moat transition, and we were confused. And then I was like, oh, he doesn't have a power bomb for the moat door.
Yeah, shout outs to Rambo for teaching me where to get power bombs in that room.
Rambo, what an esoteric category. So I want to read. I know that chat can read, but I think it carries a little bit more gravitas if it's read back on stream. But Flatbread had this to say about his run. Yeah, I think I routed it pretty much perfectly. My movement was also feeling janky in the beginning. Skipping 230 was unfortunate, but it was a calculated skip. I was hoping it was a miss or something. I mean, that's a testament to when you come into a randomizer match, you're confident in your skills, but you're also up against another very good runner. I mean, I understand that Flatbread is an extensively experienced rando runner, but Sloaters is obviously no rando slouch either. You really have to have a game plan and to execute that game plan depending on what the seed gives you. So it was a terrific race, and GG's to the both of you. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah,
So,
bombs at Gauntlet, I thought like I didn't really feel like I whiffed on any of the checks I made. even like with bombs at Gauntlet, because I was kind of thinking, well, if he didn't do this, there's a good chance like he also only has 5 power bombs, right? And so that might be like really awkward for him having to like farm up all the time, or like there's even like a chance he could soft lock potentially like that. So in the back of my head, I'm like, I really don't feel that bad that like Gauntlet wasn't like something crazy, because that could actually like be something pretty important. But yeah, I mean, it was a super linear seed for sure. I'm kind of glad he felt the same way, that like his movement was like a bit shaky in some spots, but I guess that that happens with racing these, get nerves all the time.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But looking ahead to the 7th and final week, Sloaters, you are in that 6-1 grouping. And are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you everything and everything in between?
I'm very excited. I was pretty nervous about this match. I don't like light area very much. I feel like it's probably like my weaker mode when it comes to like the area randomization. And Flatbread's obviously like you said, a super strong rando player, so it was a tough player to draw this week. But only having to win like one more game out of my next two, if I lose the next one, I have to do the play-in race, feels really good, and I really like my chances of getting in the playoff bracket now. So I'm pumped. I'm super glad I got this one over with, because it's it was one I definitely practiced a lot for this week to do as best as I could.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So there will I thought I remember reading that, but maybe I forgot. There is a play-in race for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's looking like if you lose twice, then you're gonna have to go in the play-in race. So even if I lose my next one, I'm pretty certain I'll still have a shot to make it in, which is cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a testament to not only the size of this tournament. I think there were over 80 entrants, but also like just speaks volumes to the skill of those 80 runners, when like a 5-2 Swiss round will not guarantee you a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, the competition is super tough. Like it's already like a very thin margin to get like one of those top spots, but all the people that have joined this one, and like just the modes in general, how challenging and like volatile they can be, it's gonna be tough to to get in the bracket for sure.
All right. Well, Hockey, do you have anything else to say?
I've been flapping my gums for over an hour, Eden. I've said my piece. The mic is yours.
Well, I just want to say GG's again to the both of you. I think everyone in chat should give the runners a follow. I think the chat should also give the Hockey Towner a follow. Whenever he plays Persona 5 on Twitch. Smile.
Oh my god. How could you?
Get the Yokiko content in. But yeah, also thank you to DWeb again for tracking. Definitely appreciated. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me. And I guess it's pretty much it from Hockey as well.
I already said I didn't have anything more to say.
Alright, okay.
You take us out, Ian. You take us out.
It's fine. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I guess we'll see you on next time. Goodbye, everyone.